Aston. We're going to talk today about what rest position is and also how to move into playing position with your viola.
Okay.
So we're going to just explain first some of the parts of the viola. Viola is actually a lot like a person. It has a neck back here and shoulders, just like you do. And so those are kind of the two important parts. This part down here is called your chin rest. This black piece is the tail piece. These little buttons on it are called fine tuners. So when you're in rest position, I want you to kind of lift your right elbow out just a little bit. Yep, and put in, bring your right elbow in. So when your right elbow's in, we want the fine tuners kind of peeking out, and this wooden part here's the bridge. Those all are peeking out when you're in rest position. And actually, this hand is going to come across and hold. Yep. So your thumb goes across the back, and your fingers lay across the strings. So your left hand is doing the supporting. Normally you would do holding your bow in your right hand, but we're not going to worry about that for today. So your left hand and your right elbow are supporting the instrument. You don't have to hold it with your right hand. There you go. So I want you to be nice and relaxed, and I'm going to grab my violin too.
15 minutes.
And do this with you. You can keep going. So I'm going to do this with you. So I've got my fingers across the strings and your thumb across the back of the neck, just like that. That's very good. So we drew already on your hand a little pen mark right here. That's called your magic X, okay? And there's also a dot. There's not one on this viola, but on most beginning violins or violas, we have a little dot there that we'll call the high dot. So I want you to tap your fingers on the other side of the bridge. Yep, it's called tapping over the high dot. That's good. And then I want you to slide your hand back and forth. So we're going to put the magic X on the side of the fingerboard and slide up and down. Good. And your thumb sits across from your first finger, or your second finger for viola. Very good. So then you're going to come back in, left hand supporting. And so the left hand is going to hold the instrument, and I want you to stand really tall like the Statue of Liberty, way up in the air. Very good. And then you're going to turn it in and bring the end button, this button right here, into your neck. Very good. Right in between your collarbone and your jaw. I'm going to just adjust it just a little bit. There you go. Good. And then can you slide up and down on your magic X again? Good. Very, very good. Let's go back to rest position. Good. So remember, when we're in rest position, you want the fine tuners peeking out. Just like that. I'm going to slide up and down on the magic X again and tap over the high dot. And oh, I forgot your feet. So for your feet, when you're in rest position, your feet are touching each other. You're standing your feet together. And when you move to playing position, before you move the viola, I apologize, I left this out. I want you to make a little V with your feet and then take a step with your left foot. Just a little one. Yep, so you want your feet centered underneath your hips, and your weight is balanced evenly on both feet, so you can kind of sway a little bit on both feet, equally holding up your body weight. So now we're going to do the Statue of Liberty. Hope that's okay, you do that. And then tuck that end button in, halfway between your collarbone and your jaw. Good. So your head stays nice and tall. Good. And then can you slide in the magic X again? That's a little tougher without that shoulder pad. Good. So I'm going to bring it in for you just a little bit. Right there. Let's get that shoulder pad back. I always teach with a shoulder pad. Let you tuck that back in. There you go. Good. And can you tap over the high dot? Alright, so we'll play our first song, because you're a quick learner. This is called Each and Every Ant. So your top string closest to your right side is called your E string, and then going down is A, D, and G. So your right hand's going to still hang by your side, and you're going to use your left little finger, and it's going to pluck each string, starting with the E string. It's your highest string 4 times. So I'll play it with you, and you pluck each string 4 times, just 4 chords. Ready? singing for violin strings, but you were playing the viola. So we were playing in fifths. You did a great job, and then you're gonna come back to rest position with the fine tuners and the bridge picking out, and get your feet are back together, and you can take a bow. Good job.